So guys, thank you for the support on episode 1 of this new series as we move straight into episode 2 today. A lot of difficult fixtures, but hopefully we can try and pick up the form, pick up the signing pace. I have not seen your guys' comments just yet from the last video because I'm recording this very awkwardly, but I will see them in due time. And we also have tomorrow to try and sign players as welcome back to Hartlepool. As yes guys, the suit is back. We're suited and booted, ready for today's episode as welcome to episode number 2. Again, gonna say it and repeat myself. Thank you so much for the support on episode number 1. You guys love to smash it on those ones. As today, I don't like to spoil the last video, so we'll keep you in suspense for that. Also, of course, before I get into anything, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you smash the subscribe button as well. Of course, if you come from episode 1 and you're watching episode 2, might as well try and stick around for the future ones if you're enjoying it, as we have Sheffield Wednesday, the team in the division above, away at Hillsborough. I mean, it's quite a challenge for a first game, that, against one of the big teams. I mean, they've just come down from the Championship and we've just come up from the National League, as it's Barrow after that, away in the league as well. Sutton. These two teams, I would say, are quite winnable. Sutton coming up with us as well, and Barrow just surviving the year before, with Walsall after that, and then Carlisle United to end the day off with. So we're definitely going to play, I'd say we're definitely going to play the first two, because there's quite a bit of rotation in that. Sutton, I'm not sure upon. I think Walsall's maybe going to be simmed, and Carlisle, we'll have to see how we do against that. Fleetwood and deadline day will be tomorrow, so apologies if you wanted to see that today. But yes, we're going to share the time around as we play these on Wednesday the 11th of August 2021. That date has passed, of course, as Hartlepool in a bit of a rut in real life. I've been trying to keep my eye on them since the recording of the first episode, which was quite a while ago. You can see scouting players as well, and I have made a team sheet. I've made a team sheet for this first game up. There's a couple of rotations. I say couple, there's quite a few to try and keep fitness up and morale amongst the players, as it is a big game, but it's the Carabao Cup, and in my first season, it isn't really my priority. Of course, I'm going to give it a go and try and winning it, but yeah, it's not the key thing, as Ben Killip is in goal. I've just noticed as well, someone pointed it out to me in the last episode, he's still got his Grimsby Town profile picture from literally like FIFA 18, FIFA 19, still got the orangey red kit, as Luke Hendry, he's got his Grimsby picture at right wing back in this game. Odusina, Lawler, Byrne and Jones make up the back five. The Stoke City loanee coming back in with Houlihan. Featherstone now got the captain's armband. He didn't have it in game number 1. I'm an idiot. I should have put him on it. And Matt Daly, who of course plays for Huddersfield on loan, so he's in the division above Sheffield Wednesday, with Goodwin and Mark Cullen up front, moving of course across from Port Vale. Decent little striker, and of course I did make this a separate team sheet. We have the reserves, then we have the first team, which I think is set in stone because we did have a first good game to our League 2 season. It was a draw, of course, but we can build upon that, and unless anyone really surprises us here, we probably won't change the team. But key thing is, can we make a surprise? Sheffield Wednesday. And the team that we are going to play against right here, it's Joe Wilsmith in goal, Lewis Gibson, Che Dunkley, Georgie Byers, and Liam Palmer. Is that... Yes, it is. It's 4 at the back with Avardson sitting, Adiran and Lewis wing, Josh Windass, Shadipo and Brown as the wingers. They're playing a 4-3-3 defensive though against us. Maybe they just want to try and do all they can to try and get into the next round of the Carabao Cup, of course. So that requires playing their default formation, as we are playing ours with our tactics on them. We don't want to concede straight away like we kind of did against Crawley, as this is decent passing, you know. Let's try and pass our way up the field. Have we got the wing back coming up? We do. What can Jones do right here? Whip a ball in first time, hits Gibson, and out for a corner form, and it's in a little bit promising, you know. I don't mind this, as we've got 3 centre-backs in there. Goodwin going for the header. It's going to drop down to Featherstone, who puts a good ball back into Goodwin, who hits the roof of the net. It's 1-0 to Hartlepool. 5 minutes in against Sheffield Wednesday away from home in the Carabao. The reserves coming up trumps. I can't lie to you, I did not expect that to go in. Nicky Featherstone, the captain, with a great ball around the corner. Goodwin sidesteps two players, 6-1 down on his backside. Georgie Byers, oh my days, he's been absolutely flawed. And Will Smith, no chance at saving that. Roof of the net. 1-0 in the Carabao Cup. Very, very surprised, which I probably shouldn't say about my own team, but that has just caught me off guard as we do lead right now. It's just because I've had a horrid time on FIFA 22 whilst I've been playing it, I can't lie. Not been my favourite of game mechanics, as it's working for Hartlepool though. The tactics are really doing well, as Goodwin with a good turn there as well into Featherstone. This is a good move. Houlihan just can take this ball and turn. He's got men around him. He's going to go for a long shot, and it's not far off. And Holtman with a pass round to Ferguson right here. And I have just realised I've not even changed this team up. I was wondering when Ferguson was running down the wing earlier on, as Sterry's on the ball right here. I was wondering. My bad. Oh, we'll just play with it anyway. As it is Sheffield Wednesday, we might as well go with the first team and then maybe rotate for the Barrow game. That does make sense as well. Barrow in our league, Sheffield Wednesday the league above. Play our strongest team against the strongest team. As now Sterry with a ball in. I mean, it is working. Goodwin with a ball forward right there into Shelton. Sterry tries to whip one in and Liam Palmer jumps at that one. Can we try and get another thing from a corner? It did come from a corner, the last one. Goodwin with the header. And it's over the bar. And Liddell, oh dear, tackled by Josh Windass here. Shadipo and Mitchell with a big save right there. As it's going to be a corner ball for Sheffield Wednesday right here. That's their first attack they've had, to be fair. 33 minutes in. We've done well to keep them to that. As Mitchell had to make a low down stop right there. Going to roll it straight out into Goodwin's path. Goodwin puts one across the field as well, straight into Ferguson. That's a good ball. And we're going to try and turn and face. Can we switch this right here? That's a great one from the left back into Sterry. Wing back to wing back. Good passing. Bury into Goodwin again. Tries to put one through bodies. And Will Smith can only put that out for a corner. So we're going to get another corner ball here. Houlihan to whip it in. Bury with a header. Just wide. And it's almost half time, as I cannot tell you how proud I am of the boys right here. It's been a terrific display. These guys are grafters. With my last road to glory, I started rock bottom of League 2, out of the Carabao straight away, but it's going well for us right here, as I can't speak too soon though. However, we do have a chance. It's out to Ferguson, in the middle to Goodwin. It's over the top of him. Palmer flawed himself right there, but we still do have the ball. Goodwin to the edge. It's Shelton now. Houlihan going to have to go backwards because we have players offside us. Bury now round this corner. Can we still do something with it? Just, oh, I'm going to say don't lose it because it's going to be half time now, isn't it? Brown doesn't have the chance to get forward, and it is 1-0 to Hartlepool at the break. What a first 45 minutes away from home at Hillsborough. Can we win the Carabao Cup? I mean, I'm probably jumping ahead of myself right there as Shadibo. Let's just get straight into the second half, shall we? Not think too much about that, as they're going to pass it straight into Ed Varson right here. On to Shadibo as he puts one over the top. That's a good ball into Brown. Don't say they've actually got a rocket up the backsides. Please don't. I don't want them getting back into this, as Josh Windass with a ball right there into Adiran, as now it's forward to Shadipo. Shadipo out to Brown. We've been caught lacking a little bit at the back here. Across the box. Francis Angle with the head away. I thought that was something. Shadipo surely coming from an offside position. No? And Lewis Wing levels it. But I swear he was offside, Shadipo. Oh my days. The man I called championship quality has levelled the game up straight away. And the first half is undone slightly. I mean, it's going to be a long way back. Surely he's offside though. Come on, referee. Mitchell got a wrist to it, I'm guessing, but I can't believe that's standing. I think we've been cheated a bit. Should that have really counted? Should it? I don't really know, but we're going to have to try and get back into the game. Maybe a wing-back was keeping him on that I didn't see, but I'm pretty sure I did see, as Houlihan has to try and pass this out right here. Shelton, I think it's time we do try and make changes in a minute, as we've got an attack on right here. That's a great ball over the top into Bury. Can we try and get a goal straight back? It's off the inside of the post. And that was great technique from the lone man. I'm surprised he got it onto it. Just whipped around the corner as Ferguson struggling to get to the ball a little bit here and leaving it behind him. That's why I probably need to get him off. I'll put Francis Angle at left wing back and get a new centre back on, as that's a good pass down the line though. Bury in the middle. He's got a chance here and he's put it into the side netting. We've made the changes. They haven't even come onto the field yet and we've took the lead again. Bury is the scorer. What a game this is. I thought we were dead and buried once they got a leveller. They'd go on for more. But this Hartlepool side, they do have heart. and Pool's full of it. That might be the single-handedly cringiest thing I've ever said, but still, we move. Hopefully we move into the next round of this Carabao Cup, as we've still got to try and hang on. Gibson with a pass straight out, as well as Adoran with a pass across the field. Still, we managed to intercept that. Stay with a good ball forward. Houlihan now onto Bury again, flooding backwards. That's a bad tackle, that one, and I won't be surprised if the red is brandished. Is it going to be? Players around him. He's off the field. And who is it? It is Oliver Valaken Edvarsen, the CDM. Early shower. And I'm actually quite upset as well, because we did look like we had a counter-attack there, as this Carabao Cup game has had everything. Odusina straight away on the ball, the centre-back. Can we get this out wide? We're still going to try and play it smartly, as it's back in the midfield to Shelton. Goodwin. Don't think he's putting it in the roof of the net from there. Where's his wing-back? I just passed it to no one. And Lewis Gibson passes a ball back to Dunkley right here, who goes around the corner back to Gibson. He's a promising youngster, but I don't think he's coming to Hartlepool, even if we do win. It's part of the Sheffield Wednesday squad, as Adrian with a good ball on right there as well. And Josh Windass just has to pull it across. It's wing again. I had to gamble with Mitchell. I thought Liddell would get there in the middle, but he didn't. 2-2. Actually, a very, very entertaining game right here. Can we take the lead for the third time? Who knows, but that's another kick in the teeth. A wing with a brace. As there's 10 minutes to go now, and the 10 men of Wednesday straight back into it. So it's going to have to take a lot still to beat the Owls, despite their red card. But we're going to go for it, as Shelton now puts it around the corner. I don't want extra time here with the squad we're playing. As can we hit that on the angle? Sterry, and he was curling it away. Just too far away. As it looks like they're still putting their strongest players on, as well as Johnson running down the line. I think it's Dominic Iorfa who's come on in the defence. So yeah, they are worried about us as wing. It's a good job that ball didn't come off. That would have been a late heartbreak right there. As can we force one as well? Can we inflict it on Wednesday? It's a ball through to Goodwin, you know, and we've got players forward. Goodwin across the field. Bury, one more. I think he's onside Smith, as he's just come off the bench, and he's just bloody fumbled that move for us right there. Anti is Josh Windass not going for a counter-attack. Instead, back to Dominic Iorfa, as they're going to try and play this around and maybe go for pens, as the ball's gone out. And it is penalties. Boos ringing from the Wednesday fans, but that's music to my ears. But looking at the match stats, actually, just there, we should have won that game in normal time. However, it's gone to the dreaded kicks. And let's see how we can get along with this. It's Mitchell, our strongest keeper in net. Windass up first. And I'm not celebrating too soon, but it's a save from Mitchell, as we're going to go the same way with Goodwin scoring a game for us. And that technique was a little bit wrong. Okay, that's why I didn't celebrate too quick, as Palmer puts his wide. I'm going to say skied, but not completely. And it's still all level. Matt Daly now. I'm going to go down the middle. And it's still 2-2. Right, we're going to be here ages with these penalties. I'm not going to lie. Georgie Byers does score. Now it's down to us again. Houlihan. He's been excellent in a shirt. We're just going to go right-hand side. And it's down the middle, but we'll take it. When we miss, they miss, or vice versa, and then score vice versa. As Johnson does go down the middle, though, and that's a gutter. We've got to try and save this one now. I'm going to go right again. Bury, can you try and put that near top bins? It's a bit near the posts more than I'd like it, as Massimiliano Luongo, good player this guy, scores his penalty, and the pressure is on. It's going to be Smith off the bench. Don't have a bad start to your career. Gotta score. As oh, what a penalty! Now to sudden death. Wing scoring the game. I'm going to stay down the middle. Oh, and I didn't. I thought I wasn't going to get to that, but he's actually not skied it, but put it wide. I need to get focused for this penalty. As who's taking it? Sterry, with a chance to put us through in the Carabao Cup right here, and I'm going to go down the middle to solve the riddle. 4-3 on pens in sudden death. And we've actually won it. The manager is sprinting over. It's our first victory. Unbeaten in competitional games with Hartlepool. As we've just... This isn't sinking in. We've just knocked out Sheffield Wednesday in our first away game as manager in the Carabao Cup. Yes, it's took penalties, but I am buzzing with that. What a result. Would we have done that with the other boys? Who knows, but... I'll take that all day long. They're going to be a bit tired though now, aren't they? Yes, so, despite that good result, there's going to have to be changes here against Barrow, who are in 5th. So they've actually started this season off strongly. Going to be another challenge. As of course we still are unbeaten, and it does look like the main scorer, Goodwin, might be a little bit too unfit for this. We'll definitely change him out, as who else is a bit tired? Sterry is, I'd say. Is he actually? No. I'd say Odusina is. I'm just looking at the fitness. Odusina, Houlihan. Yeah, Odusina and Houlihan look the roughest. So I'm going to put Matt Daly in, and I'm going to thread in. I'm going to thread in Burn, I feel like, just because he's on the bench. Odusina can stay there. As unfortunately no scouting reports going through, I just had to double check before this next game. So the team is going to be as follows. Mitchell, penalty hero, even though he didn't, I think he only saved one, the first one, in that penalty shootout. Didn't have much to do. Sterry, Byrne, Liddell, Francis and Goal, and Ferguson at the back, with Matt Daly coming in for Houlihan, Featherstone and Shelton in the midfield, with Olamola and Bury up front, with that, of course, terrific goal. Not as good as Goodwin's, though, who is on the bench. Sorry to put Bury down a little bit, as let's go straight into Barrow. Another played game. And let's have a look at Barrow's team straight away. It's Paul Farman in goal, Romeo Hutton, Tom Beedling, Mark Ellis, Kungos, Nathiel and Taylor, with Williams and Banks. That is George Williams, I think, as well, from Grimsby days. As Gordon, Robbie Gotts and Kay. Okay, literally the winger's name with an O in front of it. I think Williams and Robbie Gotts are going to switch around, because Gotts is a midfielder and Williams is a striker. Of course, you remember him as a winger from my Grimsby days, but he did change positions, and of course he left Grimsby for Barrow. There's enough useless facts from me. We're away at... sorry, Barrow fans, but I have no idea on the stadium's name, as we've got to try and get our first 3 points of the season right here. Can we do it? I mean, we've just beaten Wednesday, should have confidence. And to be fair, don't mean to blow the own trumpet, but we should have won our first game against Crawley. Still took the draw, because it was our first League 2 game back, but we've got to try and kick on at some point. This is a road to glory. We want to go as far as possible, so we do want wins, as Taylor with good turns right there into Kay, the winger. George Williams still in the midfield, actually, with the ball across into Banks. Banks around the corner. It's a 5 at the back formation from them, of course, just like us, as we get that header away straight onto Bury, as they've only got 2 in the midfield. Got to make the most of that, as we might have to play more centrally, as Ferguson keeps that into Liddell, now onto Nicky Featherstone. That's a good ball through the middle. Matt Daly tried to be fouled right there, but still kept the ball. Olamola looks for a ball right there into Daly again. This is good build-up play, you know. Can we turn there? Shenton into Bury, goes for a shot, never going in. Gotta say, however, I do admire the intricacy with our passing. I don't know how you say that word, as we've got the ball out wide right here. Matt Daly onto Ferguson. Can we try and whip a ball in here? I said we'll go central, not this time, as Mark Shelton caught offside. And Sterry tackled in the defence, as Barrow getting a bit of possession together right here. Williams nearer the edge of the box, half an hour into this one, of course, as Gordon, the winger, the other winger to Kay, getting the ball, and Hutton making us put it out behind for a throw-in. Now back into Banks. That's a good little 1-2. We're going to get a tackling right here, as Barrow actually doing some decent possession keeping, as Byrne with a header away, as that's what I want to try and implement right here. I've always been a counter-attacker. Let's just soak the ball up a little bit ourselves, shall we? As Olamola onto Shelton. Can we try and get this out wide? Squeeze that around the corner. Straight away onto Sterry. The wing-back flooding forward right away here into Shelton. Can't take it under control. Taylor with the ball right here near the defence, as Robbie Gotts squeezes one round there. Easy for Liddell just to sweep up the supermarket man, as Nathiel gets the ball still away from the defence. Barrow keeping a lot of this ball right here, as Banks might try and get a shot off here, and does, as Mitchell makes it. Good stop. One-handed. Brilliant from him. Better than the first goal against Sheffield Wednesday, I'll give him that. As they're going to take a short corner. It's straight into Robbie Gotts. Hits Ferguson straight in the head. As we'd probably take 0-0 at half-time. They're having a lot of possession right here. And make it to half-time we do, as Matt Daly was maybe starting a counter-attack. Well, I'm not going to look too much into it. 0-0 at the break. Barrow doing some decent stuff right here to try and damage, as you can see. Keeping a lot of the ball, and we are yet to have a shot. Step it up, please. It's just quite a change from the last game, of course, against Sheffield Wednesday. I'm not disappointed with the performance, but I know what we're capable of now, and once the boys show what they are capable of, we've got to try and live up to that standard all the time. I understand they're probably going to be a bit more tired in this one, as Williams dropping back into Kay. They're going to go down the line? No, they're not. They're going to go backwards. Just keep pushing them. And Williams coming off for Barrow, as we make 2 changes of ourselves. Molyneux's first time in a Hartlepool kit under our management. And Goodwin coming on for Bury, so he's slightly tired himself, Goodwin, but not as much as Bury has been. He's run himself into the ground as Devitt is the one who comes on for them. Jamie Devitt, I think that is, as Gordon with a 1-2 right there, and they're going to run down the line as that's out of play though. We've got half an hour. Come on, boys. We can win this if we just actually have a shot as Goodwin. He's the one who can hopefully do the damage. There's a run on right there though, straight away from Molyneux. Should be lacking sharpness, but it didn't look like it there as Featherstone across the middle. Shelton, who scored in the first game for us. And Farmer with a good save. Right, we've had our shot. Let's build on it. Corner ball. We've got loads of centre-backs, loads of good headers on the ball. As Goodwin. Oh, that was close. Still time on the clock, but it is ticking away as... I mean, 3 draws on the bounce when we've just been promoted is not bad, but I just know it's not what we're capable of as Banks takes a pop shot for them and... Oh, dearie me. That could have been a goal for Barrow right there. And to say we're away from home, we've done actually pretty well. Just want a little bit more still as Featherstone. Let's push it in for the last 10 or so minutes. Goodwin round the corner. Olamola. Sterry actually making his run forward rather well this time. As can the Newcastle loanee whipping a ball. He can try, but not succeed. As Molyneux with the ball in the middle as well. And is he the number 10? I haven't actually looked at shirt numbers, of course, since we haven't signed any players yet. As we've got an attacker right here. Is Sterry onside? No, he isn't. Ah, no he isn't. 5 minutes to go. We've still got a sub to make, but I like how the team's going at the moment. We seem to have woken up a little bit more in the urgency department as Ferguson with the ball third right there, or Featherstone should I say, and that's a good tap on from Olamola. Goodwin's in behind. It's Goodwin. Oh, and that's not the shot we wanted. Can we? Oh, no, we can't get that ball. What a chance to win it late on for Will Goodwin. I think that's his first name, but not taken right there. That should have been a chance, you know. There's a man down for Barrow as well. I think it's Banks, and yeah, it is. Disappointing that. He's had a good game. Commiserations to him. He's had a good game, and hopefully a speedy recovery as we've got less than a minute right here. Just put the pressure on. I can't see anyone doing anything stupid and a goal going in, as no. It's a 0-0 away at Barrow, and we'll just have to take it. I mean... we didn't play as well as we did against Crawley. We didn't get enough shots off, but we still actually could have won that game, despite being probably just the lesser out of the two teams. God, I wish we would have kind of won that, actually, as we are 16th in the league, which is good but bad, because we want to build. We should have, I'm going to say, we should have 2 wins out of 2, and we're not doing bad, but we're not where we really want to push, as look who we've got in the second round of the Carabao. Aston Villa are coming to Victoria Park literally 3 episodes in. Now that's big. I think that does change as well what we're going to do today. I'm going to keep it for tomorrow. That's going to be exciting. Aston Villa, Carlisle and Fleetwood. All teams from different divisions, and a transfer deadline day, 3 different competitions. As today I'm just going to go for Sutton and Walsall, but hopefully we can get a signing in as well. Yes, I haven't forgot about them. So we're going to go in for 2 loan deals, and we do have a player I want to permanently sign who isn't yet scouted, and I've took him off the list to keep you in suspense, as we're going to go in for Charlie Cresswell again, try and not get him on a loan to buy this time, and then Louis Watson from Derby County. Just hoping these 2 don't reject us. As Charlie Cresswell is done right there, just did that off screen, and we'll go for Louis Watson as... oh, his contract's too short. Okay, and I don't really want to buy him permanently, so we'll just have to leave it at that, shall we? As we'll move on to Sutton. Have we got... yes, we got the message. Loan declined. Of course it is. I've still not got my bloody scout report on the player I wanted to permanently sign as well. Ah. As it's Sutton up next. They are above us. They've got 1 win, 1 defeat. And this is going to be our first simulated game. So we've got to get the team right. As we're going to go with this for our next lineup. Yes, some changes, but we play midweek. And my philosophy is, if you look just above my head, you can see the fitness, sharpness and morale. If the fitness is lower than 70, I'm going to try and rest them. So you can see Sterry, 61. Shelton, 67. So we're going to go with Mitchell in goal. Luke Hendry, still a good replacement for Sterry and a permanent player, of course, so hopefully can cement his position. With Byrne, Liddell, Francis on goal, and Jones, the loanee from Stoke, coming in with Daly, Houlihan and Molyneux in slightly weak midfield for my liking, but gotta rest them with Olamola and Goodwin straight back into the squad. Bury actually getting chance for his rest as we're going to take a couple of players off the bench as well, because I don't want these coming on and ruining their fitness completely. We will go with that. Ogle to come onto the bench. So please, the team that got promoted with us, Sutton, these actually won the league. We finished in the playoffs and came through the playoffs. Not us personally, but the manager before us, as it's going to be a quick sim. What is the result going to be? Oh, it's a defeat. Right, that's our first defeat of the season, and it looked again like we deserved something from the game. Eastman's goal separates us. Still unbeaten when we play using the team, but oh, that's a stinger. Just got to move from it, as we have received a transfer offer right here as well for one of our players, Joe Gray. And it's pretty decent money. 18-year-old, 56 rated. And we're being offered quite a bit of money from a division above. He hasn't made an appearance under me, but he is a youth player, which worries me a bit. But we've got youth players coming through as well. So, I'm going to ask for more money just because I'm cheeky like that. And, of course, we need money. We could really use it. So, we're going to delegate and we're going to go up to 3.1. If they pay that, they get Gray. As I have got my scout report back on the new guy as well. And he's a lot better than I thought he would be. But we're going to move towards Walsall and see if that Gray deal goes through. If it doesn't, we might not go through him because I'm not sure if we can actually afford him though. If it does go through, I might have to try and just sign him straight away, as nothing does go through just yet. But what the hell, let's go for it. Here he is. James Norwood, of course, was a really good striker in the National League for Tranmere, came through the ranks, then left to go to Ipswich, where I think I'm right in saying he hasn't really found his feet. 30-year-old, still quite old, but he's transfer listed. We can afford him, and he's willing to take the step down to this league. Goal scoring, of course, we're creating chances, and we are scoring chances. We didn't in the last game, but if we just get that clinical man, which I think James Norwood could be after 2 games that we haven't scored in, this could be one of the biggest signings. Of course, he's going to take a higher wage, but we need to just try this. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can offer lower than we actually should be offering as well. It would be an amazing striker. 400, probably too low. I don't want them walking away. 600k, I mean, that's breaking the budget for us. We haven't got much money, as they are going to go under the evaluation with their counter offer, but still, we're going to be cheeky. 68k, and the seat is reasonable. Maybe could have gone a bit lower, but I will take that all day long. If we can get Norwood in, it's a big deal, as he's actually going to come into the office to meet us as well. What can we do with it right here? Squad role. It's got to be crucial, hasn't it? We're giving him crucial straight up, as that's accepted by his agent as well. 2-year contract, so he has no plan on retirement in the immediate future. That's good to see. Disregard a release clause, and he doesn't actually want to go to a huge wage, which I thought he was going to want more money taking the step down, but we'll take that. Try and get rid of his bonus, because we want to save all the money we can. Keep the signing on one, as he wants 3.3. Reasonable. Reasonable. I click accept. And we bring in a huge striker. James Norwood is our first signing of the Hartlepool Road to Glory. And what a signing it is. Welcome to the pool, Norwood. Honestly, over the moon with that one. And, I mean, it's going to be hard to sign someone else, but the manager rating's shooting up. We've got plenty of strikers, but that is a big one. Just experience around these lower divisions. It's got to be straight in the first team, hasn't it? Hola Molly, I'm sorry. Sit on that bench. James Norwood's in town. And he does usually take the number 10 shirt, but we're going to have to give him, in this circumstance, number 17. Because I don't want to give him number 13. That's the unlucky number. So we might as well read you the team out, shouldn't we? As soon as I make this starting 11 again, we're going to try and go full strength after that defeat, which requires Burn, unfortunately, coming off. Liddell will stay in the middle as my experienced defender, despite his lower rating than Burn. And Featherstone for Crawwood, and Matt Daly can come off because he's a loanee, isn't it? As we've got Mitchell, Sterritt, Odosina, Liddell, Francis Angolan, Ferguson, Houlihan, Featherstone, and Shelton, with Norwood and Goodwin up front, just over Bury, because why not? Let's go into this next game, shall we? And see if we can beat Walsall. And we're actually at home for this game, as it's a rainy day in Hartlepool. Walsall's team as well: Carl Rushworth, Zach Mills, Matt Sadler, Manny Month, and Stephen Ward. with Alfie Bates and Kinsella sitting in front. Shade, Holden and Kieran with Wilkinson up front. It's a 4-4-1-1. I'm not sure if it's a defensive one or not, as this is a perfect occasion to get our first, since coming back into the football leagues, win under our belt in the league. Of course, a rainy day at home. Just beautiful stuff as Shelton keeps the ball very nicely right here onto Odysseus. Takes a couple of steps forward, should I say, get my words out. Of course, lost the ball straight away though, didn't we? As we've got it back, Houlihan out wide to Ferguson. Ferguson through the middle onto Goodwin. That's a good return. We've got a man at the back post, I see. That's a great ball in, and it's a goal for Shelton again. He scores in the league 8 minutes in, and that is what we're about. Come on! In the lead against Walsall. Great start to the game, that is. Look at that. A great 1-2 out wide, and that is why your wing-back stood forward. Straight down the middle of the net, but the keeper stood no chance coming to mark his near post, and Shelton, he's our goal-scoring midfielder, I think. As Walsall going to try and get straight back into it, of course, as Kiernan gives it into Wilkinson. Don't let them do what we did against Crawley and just level it straight away. Worked hard for that goal as Joe Ward gives it into Kiernan. What a signing that is as well, Joe Ward, as that's a ball into the box. Straight into Mitchell's grasp though, as we're going to take his time with it a little bit. Now, straight down the throat, as can we keep that Norwood? Oh no, we can't. The striker making a bit of a mistake as Francis Angol on the overlap. Bad tackle comes in on him, and we're going to take that. Yellow card shown to Bates. However, we've lost the ball straight away. Walsall just trying to get on top of us after that goal, but I don't want to let it happen. Francis Angol with a good little block right there. He puts the ball through into Ferguson. Ferguson now onto Houlihan. And we're going to try and settle forward a little bit right here. Can we try and find James Norwood? Straight in the starting 11, of course, as he cuts back. Good ball into Goodwin, who manages to keep it. Featherstone gives it back to the striker. Good work from the loanee. Can he put that through? Yes, he can. Norwood tries to turn, not fully able to though. Can he play a 1-2? He can. Norwood through bodies and just wide of the post. And Walsall, oh, that's a good flick on Bates though. 1-1 after Norwood's miss. Of course it is. It's a good move, you know. It's a very good move, and it's the man who got booked for a very, very stupid foul who levels it straight up. We're not going to stay with a clean sheet in that one. That's a great back heel though from Wilkinson, that. 1-1. Out of the blue as well, I've got to say. Half an hour in. All square. As now we've got to fight to get back into this one. Come on, don't want us in that bottom two. Because we've literally lost one game and it's been a simulated game. Apart from that, we've been amazing. As Shelton, the goal scorer, trying to get his pass off right there. Tries to keep it. Little bit of just a bounce up for him, I'm guessing. As Norwood now round the corner. That's a good ball. Onto Ferguson. Left back cuts inside. And Rushworth with a save. That should have been 2-1. As a corner ball from it. Featherstone, the captain, looping one up. Not really going to us though. As Goodwin doing everything he can, this loanee. Really impressed with him. Has put that through. Oh, and Sadler easily reads it. Oh, and Mitchell with a bad roll out right here as they've got another chance. And that's a goal. It's 2-1 now. Oh my days. Ferguson should have put us in the lead. And now we're 2-1 down at home. It's Kiernan, the winger, the number 7. And it did come from a little bit of a mistake from Mitchell, the goalkeeper. With Killip on the bench, you can't really be doing that, can you? It's a good pass. Sterry should be in front of his man. And it's finished at the near post. We're going to lose. A very bad voice break as well, as that's the half-time whistle. Not really impressed with the end of that half. We should be 1-0 up. We should be 2-0 up. Ferguson's chance. But a really good move from them. And, of course, them taking the chance when this guy missed is why we are 2-1 behind. And we're left, of course, with a game to try and switch round right here as Sterry wins the ball into Featherstone. Oh dear, that's not a good pass, is it? As Ozadibe messes up his though. Straight back to Kinsella. Walsall keeping the ball rather well right here as Wilkinson does manage to get away from us. A change is needing to be made. Is another signing trying to be made? Is that what the players are telling me? That we need someone else? As that's a good ball in the middle. Get there please, Featherstone. A little bit more urgency would have been a bit nicer right there, as we're going to still try and counter-attack. James Norwood keeping the ball. The new, of course, big money signing, and it's a terrible place to give it away. As Labilla, I don't know what I just said, but whoever it was messed up the pass. As Ozadibe, of course, the player we was looking at in that first episode with the ball around the corner into Labaide right there. Whatever you want to call him, I'm never getting that name right, as it's got to be a foul, hasn't it? The ball had gone away from him, but no, goal kick. And we're going to swap Shelton round for Molyneux. Try and get a bit attacking. And number 10 now on the field as Odesina cuts back now into Norwood. Let's try and get a bit of urgency. What a great run that was as well through the middle. But, of course, players in the way as Featherstone. Let's try and be a bit more patient. There's a good ball through right there. Can this be the leveller? It is! It's Molyneux straight off the bench with the goal for Hartlepool. And with 20 minutes to go, 2 apiece. Great finish that one as well. That is what we wanted. Great little disguised ball into the man right there. And it's in. Goodwin's going to come off as well right here for Tyler Burry. Let's try and make some more changes to win this. No better feeling than making a change and it paying off straight away. As Sterry. Oh, I thought he was close to handballing that, but it's not a good pass out. It's another flick on from them that might cause something. Wilkinson tackled by Liddle though, as the ball's still not gone. Featherstone. Oh, that was risky, but we have managed to get it away a little bit right here. And Ferguson to run it down this line. Just put it on to Tyler Burry right here. That is a good ball. James Norwood's in the middle, you know, and Burry tried to get it across from Sadler, but a good tackle as it's almost the end of the game. A draw, of course, is not a defeat, but we don't want another blooming draw as Featherstone with the ball right here. Can he try and pick someone out? Yes, he can. Into Houlihan. Now Norwood. Can we flood this out wide to the right-hand side? That's a good ball. Just dink it over the top. In towards Burry, who can't reach it. And 5 minutes to go as Sterry tried to keep that from going out for a corner, but has give the ball to Hartlepool right here. Liddle with a block. And yes, they got the last touch on that. It will be a goal kick as Matt Daly makes his way on. And how is that a corner? He just booted that the side netting, did Odesina. As now they've got a chance, but Molyneux with an easy header away, and it's actually reached Matt Daly, who's just come on the field. Does he have the legs? I mean, he isn't the fastest of players. Tyler Burry is faster as the ball goes across to him right here. Chip over the top. That's going to reach, I think, James Norwood right here. And the new sign-in wins us the game late on. It's a big goal from the moneymaker, James Norwood. And he has done it. The number 17 from 2-1 at half-time. You can see the celebrations, Mitchell, right there. We're coming away from the relegation zone. And what a way to do it. 90th, well, almost 90th minute. Let's just say it's the 90th. It's that late on. And we've put it into the side netting. Walsall synced. We go into the Villa game on form with a win. Come on. One match, one goal for him as, come on. All hands to a defensive pump. I'm not going to go defensive as we've actually won the ball straight away. You know, when Houlihan passed that forward. Burry, he could have another one. Oh, and the turn was just intercepted. As Odesina with the ball onto Keenan. Come on, there's 2 added minutes. They should be up though. Look, it's already past it, ref. Come on. There we go. It's our first league win. End of the episode. A comeback from 2-1 down. 1-0 up, 2-1, 3-2. I will take that all day long. A roller coaster. But it is our first win back in the Football League. And that is an absolutely huge one. A wet day in Hartlepool. James Norwood on his debut with an 89th minute goal. Literally one of the best games you could have asked for. An amazing game to end us off with. As yes, I've just said it. We're ending off right here. Aston Villa will have to wait. Already a Premier League team in the 3rd episode. But we'll go into that as... not a bad episode, of course, the simulated game letting us down, but I will take it all day long. Deadline day, a couple of cup games, and then we get back to the league, which hopefully we can take some confidence from our actual first winning. As thank you guys so much for watching this episode right here. Of course, do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well if you don't want to miss this Hartlepool career every day of the week, 4 o'clock. And I will see you tomorrow if you want to tune in for the next one. Take care, in a bit, get in, and peace.